Thanks so much, Whitney, and thank you everyone for being here. I will keep this brief, but I do want to say a few words about the change in the event this year and talk a little bit about what the Conservancy is doing around sustainability and how the goats are such an important part of that. So as Whitney mentioned, the Conservancy works alongside NYC Parks as our partners to care for 400 acres of park all the way from 59th Street to 181st Street. It's forests and meadows and shorelines and gardens and pathways and ball fields and playgrounds and really riverfront to city side. So an enormous amount of work is happening every day in the park, and I just want to take a moment off the top to thank our incredible staff team and volunteers who are here today, not doing their normal jobs, but actually helping to put on this festival and welcome our favorite interns to the park. So this year, as I said, they have a bit of a new responsibility in helping to showcase how we're creating a more sustainable park. They have graciously agreed to serve as sustainability ambassadors for the Conservancy this year. So in addition to their day-to-day leading responsibilities, when they later today make their journey up to 119th Street, where you can see them all summer long working away, they're also going to be helping us online digitally promote some of the other initiatives that we're doing here in the park. And that includes efforts around how to be more sustainable in our approach to landscape management. So creating more biodiverse meadows, building bioswales to help capture runoff from the storms that we're seeing increasingly severe here, helping to show how the Conservancy is reducing our fossil fuel consumption, converting to renewable energy, and by helping to talk about our new compost initiative, which is what we're here to celebrate today. Thanks to a very generous anonymous donor, over the last 6 months, we've been completely converting this site. You can see some information along the side later about what it looked like before, and you can obviously see what it looks like now. But previously, our relationship with park waste was a bit different. This site served as a repository for a lot of different types of materials that came here from the park and then were trucked away to other locations, while compost and wood chips and mulch was brought back here to use to nourish the landscapes. And we're just totally turning that upside down, working together with our colleagues in the Parks Department to create real, sustainable, usable compost here, which is so critical for a healthy park. And you can see some of that activity happening. Please stop by and check with all of our compost chefs around to learn more about their work and why composting is such an essential part of a healthy and sustainable park. So again, this is really just the first stage. We just did our first build. Compost does actually take human intervention in the city to make happen, and our team is up to the task for that. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my colleague at the Parks Department, John Harold, the Parks Administrator for Riverside Park, to
Thank you, Merritt, for everything you're doing. And welcome, everyone. Good morning. Just as I feared, I knew that if we moved this event, nobody would show up to see the goats. But it's wonderful to have you all here. This new facility, as Merritt said, is made possible by Riverside Park Conservancy and an enormously generous and truly visionary philanthropist who is improving the way we're doing a lot of things in the park here. Merritt spoke about the importance of this operation from a sustainability and environmental approach. I just want to add a different perspective on it. When we think about park improvements, so often we think about the playgrounds and the ball fields and the staircases and the things that are most important to the park users. But this is our workshop. It's our back of house. You can't run a restaurant without a kitchen, and you can't run Riverside Park without a lot where you have a place to put the trees that fall down in the park, a place to keep the materials that you have, space to put the solar vehicle chargers that are coming for our electric vehicles. And yes, even sometimes a dumpster for the thousands of tons of trash that we take out of the park every year that people bring in. Usually such facilities are tucked away, and I can assure you they're very rarely attractive, and they're not a place that someone would want to climb a staircase to see. But this one is not only beautiful, but it's going to be safer, it's going to be more organized, it's going to let us do our job better, and people can see what we're doing and understand better what we do in taking care of the park. And it looks fabulous. It looks fabulous because of a fabulous and remarkable person, Margaret Bracken. I don't know where she is. Like most of the reconstruction of Riverside Park over the last 25 years, this project was designed and managed by Margaret, and I want to recognize her and thank her for all she does. I want to give a big shout out to the wonderful Riverside Park Conservancy staff for their energy and knowledge that they bring to the park and all the improvements that they're making all across the park, all across those 400 acres. And I especially would like to ask you to join me in recognizing the Parks Department staff for all that they do. They have just come off 4 consecutive days of 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. shifts, providing for the hundreds of thousands of people that use the park over the 4th of July holiday and who are equally devoted every other day of the year. So let's please give them a round. We have a ribbon chewing to get to, but I just want to say, greet 2 people who are here with us. Councilmember Abreu, Councilmember Abreu, what you are doing is transformative. He's got a fabulous project in the works in the northern end of Riverside Park that you're going to be hearing more about very soon. And where is she? The $100 million woman, Gail Brewer. That's about how much money she's brought to Riverside Park in her career. She shows us how it's done. So Gail, we love you. On to the ribbon cutting. I want to turn it back to Whitney. There you are. Thank you all for being here.
So before we cut the ribbon, I do want to invite up a couple speakers. First, importantly, is our sponsor for Goatham, Con Edison of New York. I'm going to invite them up to say a few words. We're really thankful for their contribution to helping us have this event and have the goats here all summer long. So Alina Suriel, I'm going to invite you up to speak. And then some familiar faces. Woo. Hi everyone, my name is Alina Suriel and I'm very proud to represent Con Edison today at this event, this incredible event where we are a presenting sponsor. Everybody knows us because we're the power company delivering electricity, gas, and steam to 10 million customers in New York City and Westchester. And as we celebrate 200 years in operation this year, that has also come to mean leading the fight against climate change. So one of the ways that we are evolving to meet that challenge is in our philanthropic giving portfolio. We've been making a concentrated effort to put our resources into investments that include sustainable environmental stewardship, just like this awesome GOAT program that we're going to see here today. Because greater awareness and action for local environmental stewardship goes a long way in lowering overall carbon emissions and supporting environmental and sustainability goals in the communities that we serve for all of you. We have had a really strong partnership with the Riverside Park Conservancy over the past couple years, and they have a huge impact every day, not just with this program, but with the work that they do here on all levels. So I have personally been looking forward to this event, and I'm very excited to see these goats in action. And thank you for having us today. And last but most certainly not least, I would love to welcome Councilmember Gail Brewer.
Thank you very much, Whitney, and it is very exciting to be here today. You should know that during the year, I'm at the 104 bus, or I'm at Fairway, and I swear to God, somebody says, "Are you going to the goats?" It has become the West Side issue for some years now, and to be here with this new wonderful composting, for years people said, why didn't Riverside Park compost? So we're composting, we're goating, and we're making sure that the park is healthy. So I'm really excited. Really excited. And then recently, I got an award for something, and it was a goat. I said, what the hell is this? And it was because I love the goats. And so do you. So I want to thank all the staff who make this possible. I also want to say, again, to thank Margaret Bracken. I'm another Margaret Bracken fan, because this year, she is going to head up the renovation of the Soldiers and Sailors Monument, because the mayor gave us $63 million to make that happen. And your petitions helped, and we also are put money into River Run, fully funded, and will be done very soon in terms of the playground. And also Dinosaur is being done as we speak. So all of that is your money allocated to Riverside Park. Thank you very much. And then finally, I just want to say, Cowgirl, Chico, Charlie, and Malamar, the excitement that you create is something that is not, we don't have to deal with the wars overseas, we don't have to deal with all the problems in the United States, we can just focus on you. And that makes our life much better for children and families. So thank you for being here. Thank you that this is New York City, and we care about our parks, and we care about the fact that this particular park will be ready for everybody and anybody. I did get a call around July 4th from reporters stirring up trouble because they want the fireworks back on the west side. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much to all of our elected officials, all of our parks representatives, our sponsor, Con Edison. Now I think is a pretty exciting moment that all of you have been waiting for a very long time. So we got to do a couple things first. My favorite thing, which is crowd control. So I need everybody to just take a big step back. We're going to do a ribbon cutting and photo op, but I want to make sure that the goats have plenty of space and that we are not crowding them. I also want to make a note that it is very tempting, but please do not touch the goats. In addition to the fact that the health department doesn't like it, they eat a lot of poison ivy. So I don't want anybody touching goats and getting poison ivy oils on their hands and then not having a good time in a little bit. But we are, as we have all been saying, so excited to welcome our 4 interns, our 4 summer interns, to help us chew through the ribbon at this compost opening. So first up, I want to welcome Cowgirl. When she is not watching her favorite TV show and just like that, she is picking up garbage along the Hudson River, which you can do also. Go to riversideparknyc.org and look at our volunteer opportunities. I do also want to make the disclaimer that we're not going to make the goats do anything they don't want to do, so if they're a little uncooperative, we will give them their space. Second up is a veteran to Riverside Park, Chico. He likes planting pollinator-friendly gardens, of which we have many in Riverside Park. Oh, that's okay. We skipped Chico, this is Charlie. Charlie, I also believe, is new to Riverside Park. He likes podcasts and Glee and eating mugwort. So we look forward to letting him do a lot of that. And finally, last but not least, our friend Malamar. His favorite food is everything, and he is also a fan of The Boss. And we'll forgive him for that, even though he's a New Jersey musician. Once again, we're not going to make the goats do anything they really don't want to do, so if they're not into it, I won't blame them. But I also want to welcome in my programming team, who are going to spread the ribbon for our friends to chew. And I also have a human ribbon. But we're going to give these guys a shot first. Right, look, all those phones out. Tag us. Tag us on Instagram. We're Riverside Park NYC.
everyone keep inching forward to back up.
Invite everybody to take some
Can you tighten it a little bit? Yeah.
All right. This is not a very large stage. We love having it, but we are going to fit a lot of people up here. All right.
Yeah, babies. Well, yeah.
Another taste of what's to come for weeks for you guys, months.
Months. Okay, great. I'm shy.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for your patience while we kind of arranged everything. I want to thank all of you for being here today, and would love to declare the Riverside Park Compost Compound to be officially opened.
Yes.
You can go ahead and prune that ribbon. I think pruners are better for plants than ribbon. All right. Once again, thank you all for joining us. We are actually going to take a couple minutes and get set up with some music, so we hope you stick around. I'm going to clear off this podium and let our musicians get on stage, and then I will introduce them to you. But we are out here with this festival until 2 o'clock, so please hang out, enjoy, check out our vendors, our educational component here, and feel free to talk to Conservancy staff about what's going on today. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.